Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 7 of the House of Plum. This show may not go very well. I'm kind of by myself on this, and I got Mr. Randy Curran back in the air again, which is kind of cool to do the music for the show. Adam Hoffer's here. He's with the band. The band's not fully here, though, because of some technical issues, I guess.
Jobs.
Yeah, or band equipment broke down, I think, too, maybe. But I don't know. I'm just kind of guessing here. But
I see all the above.
This is our year anniversary for the show, and I just thought it'd be fitting to have Randy Curran back and do the songs for us, since he was on the first show last year. And I'd like to thank everybody for allowing me to have him back on. So I had to get a few okays from our previous members, and everybody was kind of cool about it. So I don't know, I just thought it'd be cool to have him back on again. And I think he's enjoying it too.
And I'm sexy.
Let's not go there. We'll get with you in a minute, but Adam, how long have you known Randy?
Long enough I don't look both ways when I cross the street.
Really?
No, I've known him for about, 2.5 years, Randy? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's cool. So have you done any other bands besides with Randy?
Yeah, I did. I was with a group that just recently kind of melted away called The Trouble. They were local.
Oh, okay.
Done some studio work and worked for some others.
So they're not around anymore?
No.
I've seen their names in like previous shows that were mentioned.
Yeah, no.
Like
unfortunately, that kind of dissolved. So.
Okay.
But
so you guys are together now. So not mutually, I hope. But
Randy picked me up like a little lost puppy.
Yeah.
All right. So you've been a musician for a while too, then, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been playing guitar for 30 plus years, so I should be a lot better than this.
How many drummers have we had now last year?
Jesus. Drummers,
Like
it's
100?
it's like Spinal Tap, so yeah, it's they've got, but I've got a really good one now, so, and he's pretty.
You just use me,
whatever.
that's all.
Whatever. Whatever. But anyway, the main topic of the show is going to be villains. We're going to try and work that out. I did some research on some villains between the DC universe and Marvel. But if we come up with other topics or other villains or do whatever we want to do, it's cool. Hopefully Randy will actually do something this time around, just standing in there and doing nothing like last year. But anyway, I have a book here a friend of mine wrote. His name is Tim Nemeth. He started writing this book about 7 years ago. It's called Michael's Amazing Weather Machine. He just decided to start writing a children's book, and he tried hard to get it published like for the past year. And he finally did it. He got it self-published, and he started making pretty good sales about it. And I just thought it'd be nice to try and get it on air so more people can buy it from him.
Where can you, does he have a website?
Yeah, I believe so. I think it's called michaelsamazingweathermachine.com.
Okay, .com.
So I think it's for like 3rd and 4th graders,
Okay.
but it's
So I
like
can't
fifth
read
fifth grade reading level or something like that.
Oh,
You
then
can
I'm
read it. I'm reading it.
I'm screwed.
But no, it's a really good book. It's about this kid who builds this weather machine that does, I guess, things. But I haven't really read the whole thing yet. I'm just on chapter 4 right now. But it's actually really good, so at least I think so. And I thought I was going to be doing this show by myself, too. And I brought Mr. Frosty the Snowman here as a prop, so maybe he want to, keep me company in the show. So I was going to have 3 other people, but they all back down. I wonder how all the celebrities do this, like Jay Leno, and have
They
people
probably
back
pay
down.
him.
Well, yeah.
If you pay me, I'll show up.
Well, you've been showing up and you don't get paid.
Amazing what do you do for a Klondike bar?
Yeah. Right.
You don't want to know.
But, all right. Well, throughout the year, I want to do a little recap of the year. And the first episode you were on,
Yep.
I don't know what version of Randy of the Finks it was.
That was
but
3.2. I think I'm on 4.1 now.
you did several different songs.
Yeah, we actually did the like the 3 songs we did are going to end up on. We're putting an album out on Magnificent Bastard Records,
That's pretty cool.
and they're out of Denver. And like I said, you can check Randy Finks out at randyfinks.com or on Facebook or every place else. But yeah, but we're probably doing like a 9-song album. It's real rock and roll. It's not screamo or emo or BMO or GMO or whatever you want to
I
call
don't
it.
think that kind of music's really around anymore. It seems
And no,
like-
it still is because it's just irritating and it just keeps.
Well,
going
it's not
on.
the same like how you guys are doing or how they did back in the 70s and 80s.
No, we like I said, we write real songs and
Don't rip off other
Yeah, we
artists.
don't. We're not Led Zeppelin or anything. So
Hey,
or who
not,
would-
not everybody rips. Well, most do, but
yeah. Oh, there's only so many. There's only 12 notes, so you can only put them in so many different directions. And
hey, none of Elvis's songs were original. So
that's true. He ripped everybody off too. I don't
Look
think
how
he
much
paid him
money-
either.
Huh?
I don't think he paid him either. So
well, the show isn't about Elvis anyway. But
he could be a villain.
Thankfully.
yeah.
I don't know what he'd be a villain.
So, do you guys want to talk about villains at all, or do you have any other ideas you want to bring up, or any other things you want to talk about
Nope.
that happen in your life? And you want to get out in the air and
Oh God, no.
well, for villains, I guess I did some research on not ACDC, but
AC/DC aren't
on
villains.
Marvel and DC comic book villains. I noticed there's a lot of the same villains, or they're kind of same type of characters.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
Kingpin and Lex Luthor, and I don't know if you got what kind of villains you know, or
well, it's basically if they get a good idea, they take that idea and just keep subtly changing it. And they're like, oh wow, it's a new one. It's like, no, it's the same one. It's the
yeah.
I mean, there's nothing original anymore, sadly, but
This one's in a blue outfit.
exactly. His tights are different.
Well, it's
colors.
like with Green Goblin. I think Marvel or DC had I think it's a Riddler or somebody that's kind of the same.
Yeah.
And I never realized before that there was like a lot of similar villains out there than there are. And it was a YouTube video I was actually watching. It was like a 10-minute video, and it showed all these different villains between the Marvel and DC universe. And a lot of them, I actually wrote some of the names down, like Black Cat. I don't know if you ever heard of that one.
Mm-hmm.
No, you have? Or do you know much about them? I mean, another one called Thanos that was in Marvel.
Oh, Thanos. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're just like, it seemed like Marvel had a set, and then they were showing ones from the Justice League, and they all looked like they were similar,
Yeah.
just in a different. Do you have anything to add about?
I
Uh,
I don't normally do a whole lot for comic books, unfortunately.
I don't
I do
either,
know I
but-
do know some villains and some of the heroes. I'm not obviously as well versed as others. I mean,
well, this was mainly Josh's idea, but
Of course.
he's not here.
because he's not here, so I'm trying to make this work. But I don't really read comics a whole lot either, but I get them mainly from movies.
Yeah.
So they're based off the comics. I mean, what do you think about all the comic movies coming out, like with the villains in them?
The problem with it, and it always ends up being the villains. They start off as they're indestructible. There's no way. Oh, they're you can't beat them. And then all of a sudden at the end they come up with something. Oh, he's dead. And it's
Yeah.
Sometimes, the most recent ones, I know that, what was I watching? Thor. They've got Loki as the villain, and it really, it shows he has a kind of a gentler side, so to speak, and they show that he's not fully indestructible, but he's certainly conniving,
Yeah.
and so it's that amount of cleverness that leads to his strength, that also leads to his downfall because he's as arrogant as you wouldn't believe. So,
But the Hulk beat him up on that in the Avengers movie. Still the greatest thing. I thought
Did he?
that was awesome.
oh yeah,
I don't remember that.
that
I've
was
seen the
fun.
Avengers movie,
Yeah,
but I
that
don't
scene is
remember.
just my favorite scene of.
puny
Really?
god.
Yeah. That was awesome.
What about the different versions of Catwoman?
Oh god.
Depends on which Catwoman, but I never did much for me. So
Oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of some villains, but
I know the one that gets the most critical negative review is the one from Halle Berry, and that's
Oh,
been
yeah.
bar none. Any person I've ever talked to that has ever said, they're like, oh yeah, Catwoman. I know Catwoman. You know, there's from Batman the animated series, 1966 Batman. Yeah, Catwoman has always been this sophisticated. You know, even with Michelle Pfeiffer.
yeah, her version wasn't the greatest either, I thought.
Michelle Pfeiffer's?
Yeah, maybe it's because how the movie was written. I think those Batman movies started going downhill.
It definitely
Since that
had a
movie.
more dark overtone
Yeah.
than previous Catwoman.
I'd never
portrayals.
actually seen the Halle Berry Catwoman movie in full, so I don't know how bad that actually is. But
I think I got through about 25, almost 30 minutes of it.
that's just like the movie Batman and Robin. It's like, tried watching
Yeah,
that.
I
And,
know.
15 minutes, I was done.
Yeah, that's no way I was gonna.
I've actually seen the whole movie, but I tried watching it again one time. I couldn't get into it.
No.
It's like the new
Just-
Star Wars movies. I just,
The last set.
yeah, the originals are the originals, and then when he went back and kept changing the movies. So
Yeah.
like when Death Star blows up, instead of just blowing up, now he's got that cool little ring around it. And
Oh, the digitally remastered.
yeah, when he
one,
just
yeah.
it just bugged the hell out of me.
Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
What about this new one that they're supposed to be making?
Oh, the dude from Adams High School is going to be, what, Darth Vader or something? He went to Adams. I don't know what his
Adam
name is.
Driver?
Could be.
My friend of mine told me there was somebody from here that was
Yeah.
supposed to.
I think he went to Adams High School. But either way,
Yeah.
it depends on how they do it. I mean, the new ones just, I remember I was so excited. It's like, I remember seeing-
Everybody was.
Yeah.
One of my friends was too, and
It just didn't, I was like, I remember watching the first one, I was like, all right. It's like, it just,
I thought that one was okay.
I mean, it was just movies that were okay, but it wasn't Star Wars to me.
Right.
I mean, it just wasn't,
Well, this new one, they're supposed to have all the original people in it, so like Mark Hamill and
yeah.
Harrison Ford, and so that might make it kind of interesting. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah,
But what
maybe.
about Star Wars villains? I don't really know how much about them.
Well, Darth Vader is awesome. I
Main
don't care what.
villain.
I don't care if he has asthma or not. He's still awesome. Just as simple as that. It's
I always wondered why he always had a breathing problem.
I think it was. Did
The
they
mask was too tight. That's all it was.
ever loosen the mask?
I never thought about his asthma though.
I don't. Did they ever explain why he?
Well,
I have no idea, but I can only imagine it was basics of walking around with a mobile CPAP machine for the entire time.
well, I think I don't know if it was Empire Strikes Back, but one of them he showed him without
Yeah,
his helmet
yeah.
on. And he was really old looking. I think it was just to keep him alive.
It could be.
So I'm not really too sure on
But
that. But
if you get on YouTube, you can actually watch the original. When they're acting it out, you can hear the actor that played him. You can hear his voice doing the lines, and then of course they put James Earl Jones over it. But man, it's funny. It's just like
really, 'cause I thought the original actor didn't say anything. It was just
yeah. No, he talked during when they would film it. He would just say the lines,
Oh.
just so everybody had something to play off of. But yeah, then you hear it's funny.
really.
What is it like the squeaky? Your lack of faith is disturbing.
Yeah, it was just odd. But yeah, go look it up. It's worth looking up.
Okay, cool.
I never knew that.
Talking about villains in Marvel and DC, DC's it was Batman the Animated Series. We were talking about Mark Hamill. You mentioned that.
He
You know,
did the Joker.
yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
did the Joker, and I think so far he has been one of the best Joker
That's
at
what
least
they
voice
say.
actors.
Yeah.
Which it was a shame to hear that he was going to stop doing that. But as far as bringing character to a character, that seems weird to say, but he brought a lot of life to that one.
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen a few of them, but I never really got into the animated stuff a whole lot.
yeah it has its moments.
Yeah,
Well, the best Joker is what's his name? I can't think of the guy's
Caesar
name.
Romero.
No, well, he's cool. He's freaky, but the guy just died.
Oh,
Ledger?
Heath
Thank
Ledger.
you. His was.
Yeah,
He made that movie.
he was a little more like Caesar Romero. I
Yeah,
thought.
he was. I mean, he made that movie. It was like I'll watch that movie just to watch him, and then
Yeah, he made that movie what it was.
I mean, I never quite understood why he had to talk like that. It's like he put a mask on.
Batman or the Joker?
No, Batman. He put a mask on like Batman. It's like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Maybe the mask was tight.
That's
around
true.
the
It's a whole mask type thing today. Yeah.
Maybe these villains and superheroes need to quit wearing those masks.
Masks, capes.
Well, it's just like Superman when, he takes his tights off and puts glasses on. He's like, I don't know who that is. I'm like, really? Good Lord.
Well, speaking of these movies, what about all the remakes that they've done and had different actors play the villains from the previous film, like
Yeah.
Man of Steel?
I
Like
like
how they
Man of-
had General Zod and it wasn't Terrence Stamp. It was
Yeah. I actually like Man of Steel.
I did too. I
was-
thought it was really well done.
Everybody said, oh, it sucks, it sucks, it sucks. And then I watched it, I'm like, I liked it. So.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
All right, you're missing it. It's a really
No.
good movie. But
I'm not a big Superman person.
I have to be because Joe,
Yeah,
my youngest,
kids.
Oh, well, okay, yeah.
he's not, well, now he's Gene Simmons, so look it up on Facebook. He was awesome.
The exercise guy?
No, that's Richard Simmons.
Oh,
Oh,
I just made up Bill here.
that would have been perfect to see that. It's like, what are you for Halloween? Richard Simmons, and I want
Sweating to the oldies.
It's been so long, I don't remember.
No, Gene Simmons of the band Kiss.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
man.
I think I saw
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, full makeup and everything. He may have
My
to be
bad.
Richard Simmons next year, though, because that will be awesome.
Isn't he kind of villain for the band?
Yeah, Gene's a demon. Just ask Joe; he'll tell you everything. So, and he literally will. So whether you want to or not, but
Yeah, speaking of villains, did you ever see the Turtles movie with your kid?
yes,
What'd you think of the new Shredder? And
I thought he looked cool, but he wasn't. It didn't do.
I don't think the
anything.
movie was totally based on him like the other ones were.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, there wasn't.
It didn't have the same feel.
The scene where they're going down the mountain. Apparently, that mountain is like 5 million miles tall because it was like a 10-minute scene of them going down a mountain at 80 mile an hour, and they never got to the bottom. It was just like, I mean, it was a cool scene. It was fun, but it was like there's a point where it's like
You gotta stop. or
we have to
drop.
hit the bottom at some point. I mean, how big is this mountain?
Right.
I mean, the mountain is touching the moon. If this
It's
is
just a movie.
Oh, okay. I thought it was real. But yeah, my kids liked it, so that's pretty much.
That's cool.
Ed liked it somewhat, so.
No, with all the renditions that they've done of the Ninja Turtles, it's every
Well,
now and
that's
then it's
just
nice to go
it.
back to the original,
Yeah.
weird.
That's just it. Anything anymore? It's like all these movies is like it's just reruns or remakes or reboots. Nothing's original anymore
So
like
there's
it
no
was like
original
30, 40 years ago.
Yeah, it's getting sad.
Even technology, I mean, technology has improved, but things were much cooler like back in the 70s and 80s because everything was new back then. And
Well, in like Jaws, it wouldn't have been the same. The movie when they made the big shark, the mechanical shark, it didn't work most of the time.
okay,
So they had to be creative and change.
I thought it was real.
Yeah, they had to change stuff and so you didn't see the shark all the time, which made it scarier. Because if you'd seen the shark all the time, after a while, it's like, okay, it's a big fish. I know it's a mammal. No. Whales are mammals. Anyway.
Your science teacher right now is just holding their head in shame.
Probably. No, he did that a long time ago. But yeah, so it made it cooler. But some of the new stuff, everything's CGI, and after a while, it's like, okay, Of course, there's all the great, Sharknadoes and all those movies, but
Well, some of the CGI is pretty good, but then they get to the point where you can tell
Yeah.
it's fake.
all
compared-
the Sci-Fi Channel movies are.
Yeah, well,
I mean, they're awful. It's just awful.
Well, you preface that by saying Sci-Fi Channel movies.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That is true. I mean,
that-
Sharknado was spectacular.
that's
for
why
us.
we got public access.
Exactly.
He's the villain of our show.
Exactly.
And I don't know what this guy is. I'm the lifesaver. Well, that was a pretty good topic of villains, I thought, for the most part. I don't know how much time we have before your next song, but
Whenever.
how long we've been doing this?
20 minutes.
20 minutes? Do you want to go for
Sure.
a song? All right, I think we'll give Randy some screen time. So we'll just go into that and maybe go into our next topic or continue with villains. Sweet.
This song it was originally released on an album I did quite a while ago, but
Frankenstein?
this is a song called Dirt Nap.
Cool. All right.
I remember sleep in my bed. You were my best friend. But then you pissed me off and made me go and do it. So I shot you in the head. And I shot you right between the eyes. And I never knew how brains could fly. Well, I cleaned up after myself, and I saw you go to hell, and I waved bye-bye. Well, I laid the body next to me, the way it used to be. The only difference was you had nothing to say. I like it better that way. She's taking a dead now. She ain't never coming home. She's taking a dead now. I won't miss her when she's gone. To the priest, confess my sins. I told him where I'd been. He told me to back life, you're going to hell. So I shot him in the head. He's taking dead now. Never coming home. He's taking a good now. I won't miss him when he's gone. When he's gone. When he's gone. Oh, come on, the camera people can clap too.
No,
Thank you. That's all I have.
not that good. Come on.
You have to guilt people into clapping. So.
That was Randy Curran, part of Randy and the Finks. That's kind
And by the way, Adam's the drummer, and Scott he can't be with us today because he's too pretty.
I'm their band manager too.
Yeah, he's the manager.
I'm the one that got him this gig, so they all be
Manager,
thankful.
groupie, whichever. No.
All right. So do we have any more discussions on villains, or do you guys have anything else?
Let's
you
move
wanna
on to
bring up?
something else.
What do you want to move on to?
People that don't know how to stop for school buses. Because my kids have almost been hit. I couldn't tell you how many times. And people just have to remember that you see a big yellow bus, now slow up. It's not difficult.
The flashing red lights help too.
Oh yeah, big flashing red lights. The thing comes out and everything. Yeah,
One time I didn't stop, but it happened on Grape Road. I was like way on the other side,
Oh,
so there would have been no way I would have. I just didn't think about it, but after I saw the news program about all of that,
Yeah.
and I've been stopping because.
Well, it's just I don't see how you can't see the big yellow bus.
Well, from the sound of it, the guy that did that, didn't he kind of already have like some?
Oh,
felons?
he was a habitual offender and
So,
all sorts of stuff. So
but still, I mean, our last show we did road rage. I don't know if you saw any of it, but that's part of it. It's like people just, I don't know. I mean, 20, 30 years ago. I mean, you've been around a while, so. I'm just kidding. I mean, did people drive like this? I was
Yeah.
a kid back then. I mean, I don't really remember a whole lot.
people, it doesn't matter. People drive like idiots.
I
And it's
I
worse
guess-
now that there was a fly in there. It's worse now that I'm easily distracted. Put keys in front of me. I'm like, now we have cell phones, so now people are driving like this, texting while they drive.
I think it's funny that they actually need to put an app on there to stop people from
Yeah.
using them. I mean, just turn the dang thing off, or
Right.
just not even bring it with you.
Unless you are a doctor that needs to save lives or something like that, you're probably
You
not that
don't-
important to,
I was just having this conversation about technology and cell phones and text messaging while actually on the way here. And it was amazing. I normally ride with a Bluetooth because in certain states, where I travel, it's a requirement.
Don't you brush your teeth enough?
Ah, God.
I got that. That's a bad joke, but
You can edit that out. Good.
I hope. Anyway, as I was speaking with this individual, I actually had a text message come in, and because it's connected to my phone, my Bluetooth headset, it was able to read the text message for me, so I didn't have to look down or do anything else. And she looked at me, she's like, "What are you doing?" Well, I just listened to the text message that I got. It can do that? I was like, yes, it can.
Yeah,
I
that would
bought
help.
you. It was my mother who I was talking to at the time. Just like,
that's what Bluetooth does. I never had one, so
well, it depends on the phone and it depends on the technology. But I know that her phone does because I bought it for her. And as long as you pair it up, it will let you, it'll give you an audible, text message. Sometimes it'll do audible voicemail, depending on your service provider.
yeah,
So,
cool. I never had a Bluetooth. I know.
I never had a phone.
You don't have a cell phone?
Nobody loves me.
now you should see the amount of string that he's got from my place to his place with the 2 tin cans. My God.
Yeah, that's a wrap around the
Well,
neighbor's house.
you're a popular musician. So.
Yeah, I know. People know how to get a hold of me.
Chrissy that was going to come here, she's heard you sing before. Christy Dunn, I don't know if you know who that is.
I know her name.
And she was like, "You got a really good singer coming."
Thank you.
But I was disappointed she didn't come. But oh well, what are you going to do?
Her loss.
Yeah,
She could have hung out with cool people.
exactly. Is what.
Well, at least Frank.
It's just, at least Frank. So.
Yeah, no problem.
We can name the band Randy and the Franks. No.
That's why I said
you
last
did
year. I was
that.
like, it should be Randy and the Franks. And I
everybody asks me, what's a Fink? I'm like, it's from Rat Fink, so it's...
thought that was just the name of the group when I first heard about it.
No, everyone's like, what's a Fink? What's a... One of my previous drummers actually looked it up. Because it's something to do with gangsters and you're
Remember,
Fink and whatever. But
When Gordy Young came in here and he was
Yes.
like, Randy and the Finks? What's
he was going to sing a song with us. He goes, what song are you singing? I said, I Married a Zombie. He's like, I don't know that. Like, no kidding.
That's hilarious.
Oh, there you go.
Like, first show, we had a sort of a celebrity.
Yeah, exactly. Gordy's running around forever.
Yeah, I don't think he does anything anymore. I thought he retired or something
I
recently.
have no idea.
I don't either, but
We'll call him. Where the hell were you, Gordy?
but yeah, that whole people not slowing down for kids or anything. It's just even for ambulances and fire
Yeah, and
trucks.
people pull over.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen close accidents happen like all the time anymore. It's like I just remember before people used to always at least stop.
Yeah.
They don't even stop at the intersection anymore, and I'm always like, oh my God, there's gonna be an accident right there.
Right.
30.
Right. 30-minute half mark.
I can read.
You want to do yet another song, or you want to
Sure.
wait a while, or do you want to go into another topic, or
I can do one.
you got a whole half hour to go?
I can do one. I can do my
An interesting
25-minute guitar
show.
solo, too.
Okay, that'll work. Adam can sing for you. You can play guitar and he can sing.
All right, ladies. Well, there's one that I know. That's not.
Well, you know this one. All right, this next one is going to be on the album. It's dedicated to the people who don't think they're worth anything. It's called Ugly. What is it about me you find uncool? The way I wear my hair, the way I what to do. My little things don't add up. How am I coming from? Enough to snuff. Why am I a stranger in my own head? Why do I turn out this way? Why am I so ugly? Mother drinking while she's having me. Oh, why so ugly? Why am I so ugly? Telling my so they look down on me. Oh, why so ugly?
buy me a present, cause you paid. Like my face is golden to stone. Am I just a little slice of heaven inside your home? Why am I a stranger in my own bed? Why did I turn out this way? Why am I so ugly? Mother drinking while she's having me. Oh, why so ugly? Why am I so ugly? And the monsters, they look down on me. Oh, why so ugly? I don't know what to say. What makes the heart beat a state? Tell me to go into my room and pray. As I go older, I get wiser. Doesn't help me. I'm still ugly. Why was I put on this earth to live in this daily grind with this absent mind? Why am I a stranger in my own head? Why did I turn out this way? Why am I so ugly? Mother drinking while she's having me. Oh, why so ugly? Why am I so ugly? And the monsters, they look down on me. Oh, why so ugly? Why am I so ugly? Why the hell do I have to be me? Oh, why so ugly? That's it.
That was actually pretty good.
Actually, pretty good.
Yeah, a little bit better than I Married a Zombie. Did I just say that?
Oh,
All right. On with the show. So,
Motley Crue on with the show.
Molly Crew. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Really?
First album
I
on the
didn't
show.
know.
I was wondering if you're actually going to look at me at the start of that song because I was about to do the air ride cymbals.
Yeah, yes, at the beginning of the song, that we'll just say previous people, they always want to put all these symbols in, and it drives me nuts. And so what show was it? Was it the Bazaar?
It was just before the Bazaar, yes.
Yeah, we started to play, and I turned around, and he's like, "He never did it." Then.
Just because I know that
I-
it screws with you.
I thought the State Theater was abandoned a long time ago. Then they
what?
used to play movies, and then
They
I thought
just-
they closed up.
They started playing movies again,
Oh, they
and
did?
I'm not sure what happened because, like I said, we were supposed to play a show actually a couple of weeks.
Well, I mean, I didn't know they were actually open doing stuff like that at all.
Yeah, they
until
don't advertise.
Josh told me.
Yeah, they don't advertise very well, so.
Well, I think they're also kind of they've changed managerial staff and they've changed owners or production or whatever else. But I know they're also going through a lot of renovations too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
an
noticed
awesome
that
place.
the last time I was there when Erin invited me to
Yeah.
a show that she had. And
It's an awesome place, but
it is. Well, the last time I was there before that, I saw Jurassic Park there like 20 years ago.
Awesome.
That's actually kind of neat. I thought-
sadly, the last movie I saw there was Dracula Dead and loving it.
Did you see the new one?
No, I've not seen
Dracula, that was actually pretty
Was it pretty
cool.
good?
Yeah, I liked it.
They said that at the end they put a hint in that there might be remaking, like Frankenstein and the Mummy, and
maybe I didn't really.
I don't want
More
him to
remakes.
Yeah, I know.
Yay.
I know, right?
I don't want him to do Frankenstein because Boris Karloff is Frankenstein and
Yeah.
everybody else is just stop. I
Well,
mean,
then you have the
that's-
Van Helsing Frankenstein, which was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like people trying their own ideas, but there's an author he's an artist too, Chris Grimsley. He did a book called Frankenstein. It's from the Mary Shelley version, and it's at the library. Go get it. It's freaking awesome. I mean,
Is it?
he uses the actual text from Mary Shelley, and then did his artwork with. It's awesome.
Oh,
I mean,
cool.
It's just
I don't really read a whole lot anymore. I mean, I'm even amazed I'm actually taking the time to read my friend's book. Because every time I get books at the library or whatever, it's just, I get them, read a couple pages,
Yeah.
and that's it.
there's some
I
books
don't
that
know,
just
but-
do that. It's like watching a bad movie. It's like
Well, when I was younger, it's like I used to read a lot, but lately it's just,
I read lots of books and lots of magazines.
I'd rather get out and do more stuff, and I think that's why I'm doing this too, is just,
Yeah.
I spend too much time in the house and need to get out and do more things
I
now.
have, I have 2 kids. I have to be there.
You try to get out to the garage as much as you can.
Is that the furthest you can go?
Pretty much. No, Joe. Unfortunately, Joe follows me out now, so he probably knows more about cars than most people. So
Has a healthy curiosity.
yes,
At
does.
least you got kids.
They're awesome.
I always thought I would by now, but well.
I always thought I'd have more kids because I came from a family of 6, so it's like, oh, I'm gonna have all these kids, and we had 2, and I'm like, good enough. We are done, folks.
Tolerance level is right
Yep.
there.
I came up from a family of 4, so we had 4 kids, and one of my brothers and my sister both have families of their own, and they got kids too. I'm just the only one
Well, I have
without any, so.
9 nieces and nephews now.
Good
Oh,
lord.
I thought you were going to say kids.
Yeah, kids. Well, that I
Like,
know.
you've been really sexy then, huh?
It's like, whoa. No, so when we have a family get together, it's literally like 30, 40 people is really not a big thing. It's like, oh, okay.
I have a big family too, but my problem is my dad's from Europe, and most of them are over there.
Oh, that's true.
And his sister, he has like 3 sisters. One lives here, one is there, and the other lives in Australia. So it's all kind of like spread out throughout the world. So,
So you guys are just flung to the far corners
So I'm
Someone
stuck in
yelled, "Go."
Mishawaka. It's like,
in the fall.
if I had a choice, I think would rather be living in Italy than Mishawaka.
I wouldn't mind going to Australia.
That was fun, but that was 20 years ago when I went. But
Australia would be cool, but
yeah, it was. But
I've seen the horror stories of what crawls out of holes and
Yeah, that's
nests
true.
and webs. No, I'm good.
that's probably in the outback. That doesn't happen in the cities.
I
You
don't
hope.
care.
Yeah.
I spent a year in Florida, and it's like, no.
No. Well, they got sequels over there now too.
That's yeah.
That'd be kind of scary. Like you'd be sleeping and all of a sudden,
We actually,
the devil's after you.
that
Well,
would be bad. Didn't we
Like
have-
death would be coming after you. Boom. You're done.
It's got the button to hit.
journey to the center of the earth.
Wasn't it, there was like a commercial or something where some store had these cars.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, and they got sent by.
it was the
Oh,
Corvette
the-
Museum.
Yeah, that was.
They rescued a couple of them, and I don't know if they're going to restore them or not. One, they said they're leaving like it is. But the weird thing was, if you look at the pictures, it looks like toy cars.
Yeah.
Every time I'm like, are you sure that actually happened? Then they showed, close up of the car. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, right.
okay. Why would you lie about it, for one thing?
Well, and I guess from what I understood from that article is like the museum only actually owned 2 of them or 3 of them. The other ones were actually
Yeah.
on loan by
Yeah.
private
Oh, really?
owners. So you know that somebody probably had a white knuckle moment that morning on a phone
Yeah.
call.
Yeah, but that could have been the museum's fault. I mean, it's a
No,
natural.
Exactly.
How do you call your insurance? Well, fell in a hole. What do you mean it fell in a hole? It fell in a hole. Big hole, boom, it's done.
Turn on channel 38. It's on there.
It's on TV.
I don't know if I'd want to live in a state filled with holes or in a state that's full of earthquakes.
I don't. Well, we get. That's the nice thing I tell about Indiana is,
We just get the snow.
yeah, well, we get snow, but it's never, it's not like it's horribly bad. So we get. I mean, we get cold and we get really hot too, but we usually don't have a lot of tornadoes. We don't have, hurricanes can't hit us, earthquakes.
It's just
can't
very
hit us.
boring here, I think. That's the only
Yeah,
thing.
that's
is-
true.
I mean, when you go to a movie or whatever, how often do you hear people talk about Indiana in movies or TV?
Hoosiers. Because the whole movie was in Indiana.
Yeah, it was like biggest thing we got going for
Well,
us.
so
is
was
Notre
our
Dame
Rudy.
basketball.
Yeah, Notre Dame. If it wasn't for Notre Dame, this area wouldn't.
Oh yeah, I've tried to explain that to people too, and they're like, oh, I hate Notre Dame. I'm like, if you didn't have Notre Dame here, you'd be screwed.
Yeah.
There'd be one light, and that'd be it. That'd be
Well,
it.
we got the Cubs now.
Yeah. I don't like that at all. It's a horrible thing with the Cubs. Yeah, right.
South Bend Cubs.
I love that too.
You like that idea?
Oh my God, I love the idea. Because now I can watch.
I just thought it was weird because they're using the same name as.
I was kind of hoping they'd keep the Silverhawks. I mean, being affiliated to the Cubs, like to have the logo and have like a little Cubs logo or something. But
then my brother said they used to be called the White Sox too.
yeah, South Bend White Sox.
I don't remember that. I just always
Yeah.
remember as the Silverhawks.
Yeah.
Way back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
We used to go to my brother-in-law. We used to go to opening day, and it was always like 40 degrees and raining. I'm like, woo, this is fun. Of course, then I started taking I took my wife to they were in the championship game, and she was just putting up with it, and the game went into extra innings. She goes, "Can we leave?" I'm like, "It's the championship game." No, can we leave?
Mm.
I made her stay.
I went to one once with my brother, and after the game, I accidentally turned the wrong way on the one.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, oh man.
I've done that.
I was only like, I think 17, just
Yeah.
starting to learn how to drive, so it's like, oops.
You see cars coming at you. What are they doing? What are they? Oh, sorry about
My
that.
good
I
Lord, there's
think
so
what-
many people not going the right way.
It's got to be.
I don't know how I realized that. I know my brother said something about it, and I think I ended up turning around or something.
Was that while he was holding on to the handlebar? Look out.
I'll never forget that day, but it's when I had my old piece of crap Chevrolet or
Oh, yeah.
83 Chevrolet or whatever it was.
We actually went one year and they had Kiss Night.
Really?
There was a Kiss tribute band playing, and at the time I had an S10 that I'd cut the roof off because that's what you do. And 15, and she's actually not showing us minutes. She's just bored.
That's what they do.
And we drove there, and while we were there, like this huge rainstorm came in, and I didn't have the top on the truck, so I just got a little bit wet on the way out. People are staring at you. What are you doing? Top's at home. Sorry, didn't know it was gonna rain.
Just drive fast enough. The whole wind slip
Yeah.
screen thing.
That's
is
great.
fine.
It's great until you stop.
Yeah, that's downpour.
Yeah, it didn't work, but oh well, it was fun.
The joys of having a convertible.
Yeah. Well, it really wasn't a convertible. We never got the top to seal right anyway. So then I traded that for a crappy vehicle. Then I traded that for another crappy vehicle.
I sense a pattern.
Yes, so on and so forth.
Now, to be honest, since you've been with the show for like a year now, I mean, have we gotten better since that first
Yes.
show, you think?
The first show was mildly funny just because everybody was kind of like, what are we doing here?
Well, we didn't know if we were even going to be on or not,
No, that's
for
true,
one.
too. Yeah, the only bad thing about the first show was we had to bring the PA system, and
Wasn't that
it was
Tom's?
no, it was mostly actually it was Rob's. Hi, Rob.
I wonder why, because when they brought the other band in, it sounded like it was the same.
No, it was. Well, I think he had some PA. I'm not sure, but
Oh,
either way.
oh.
But no, Rob is the fourth Fink or the third Fink. I don't know. Rob's not in the band anymore, but he's still kind of in the band. So
He's with us in spirit.
yes, he is, and we blame him for everything.
Well, he's not
Exactly.
with you guys anymore?
No,
Oh.
he wanted to get a job and have a life. So
Something about gainful
But see,
employment and income.
that's why I
don't know.
started this show, because I don't want that kind of life anymore.
yeah,
I want my own business, do my own thing. and-
yeah. I've had my
It's
own business. Doesn't
Not
matter.
all is cracked up to be.
Yeah, it's
But this is different. I mean,
that's true.
maybe if we get noticed and move on to bigger and better things.
Well,
on
we're going to
television.
promote the bejeebies out of the show. I was going to say
That's why I
something.
wanted you back, 'cause
Yep.
you were a good promoter last time.
Yep, you'll see it everywhere. So.
But I tried doing my promoting a lot myself,
Yeah.
and mostly online. And I got a lot of, like 200-300 views in the last 3 months doing that.
Yeah.
And I was trying to hit 1,000. I removed one video I had on there. And with that video, we actually hit over 1,000 views.
That's cool.
And most of it was from that first episode. I don't think it was all you.
No, it was all me.
because
Can I take
Goofy
credit
stairs.
I stare.
well, everybody was interested back then too, and after every episode, it seems like the views went down.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The last show we did, we only had like 15 views.
Well, I think also people are just, they're inherently lazy, and if it, short term, what is it? You can't pay attention very long.
Well, not variety
Oh,
enough
attention
either.
deficit.
Yeah, having,
Maybe if we did more stuff, then
yeah.
I don't know. But
Next time, dancing girls.
if we could get any girls to come on.
Well, Aaron was on. So.
Well, Aaron dressed as a girl.
Oh God.
We can bring my dog. She's a girl. Just have her sit there and stare at her. She ate a whole thing of hot dog buns in like 15 minutes. I have no idea. I like
You
hot
should have
dog
given her a
buns.
package of hot dogs too.
I was
just
going
to like
to.
even the mix.
I was going to, but
I'm not big on dogs for some reason.
I
They
love.
annoy me.
We have one dog, one cat, and one snake, and I would.
I mean, I deliver papers as a second job, and every time I go by a house that has dogs in it,
Well, yeah.
That's a
that-
negative predisposition right there. That's what that is.
there's this one house I walk by. Well, lately they haven't done it, but they have like 3 or 4 dogs in the house. And at 5 in the morning, all of them are
Barking.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I thought I was going to wake up the whole neighborhood and be complaints about it. But, no, I don't know. I think we're getting close to the end. Do you want to talk a little more about villains before your last song, or what
Sure.
we're going to?
Doesn't matter to me.
All right.
I'm easy. Sure.
Well, I do want to say that this is, before we go into that I'd like to thank the studio for letting us do this show, though. I mean, it's been on a year right now, and that's been pretty cool. I know it's just public access, but still, it's been fun. And I do really appreciate Randy coming back for the year anniversary. I just thought it'd be fitting to have the same
Maybe.
singer back.
Like I said, we would have the full band here, but
Things happen.
jobs.
I mean,
We miss
Oh, she's gonna give us a number.
yeah.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Can you do a 10-minute song, or?
Oh my gosh. Did
I can do one.
you actually ask him that?
Yeah.
I can do one 3 times in a row.
No.
I still want to do a 25-minute guitar solo once.
What's the longest song?
The longest song I
Yeah.
think I had a
We
song.
can
that
talk
was-
about you for the last 5 minutes.
There you go. Longest song I think maybe 6 minutes. I don't.
6 minutes?
I like I said, I'm a huge fan of Cheap Trick, so it's get to the song. You've got to. I mean, I tell people it's like, well, how do you know a song's done? It's like, because when it's done, it's done. You write it till it's done. If that takes 5 minutes, fine. I've written songs that took 2 minutes, and it's just all a matter of.
Yeah, I always liked Cheap Trick too. I always thought they were pretty good, but
love
I didn't know they were still playing. I mean, it's like, I saw that video and I was like, wow.
They play more than pretty much anybody.
They don't move around like they used to. They're
Well, they
they're
never
like
move
60
around too
years
much,
old.
but
But
they
what-
still sound great. So
Oh yeah, they still sound like the same as they did.
yeah,
I don't know if they had their all original members, but
just the drummer is different. The drummer is actually
oh yeah, that was.
the drummer is actually Rick Nielsen, the guitarist's son.
Is the old drummer still alive, or
Yeah, I'm not sure. There was a whole thing of something happened. I don't,
like in,
behind the scenes something happened.
Dun dun dun.
it
Yeah,
happens with all bands, I guess.
yeah, unfortunately. Well, and I've tried to tell people when you're in a band, you're basically married to those other people, and people are like, no, that's not right. It's like no, because it gets to be, then when you kick somebody out, you're breaking up with them, and
Well, you're around them all the time,
Yeah,
playing
and it's-
gigs, and
Thanks for making me feel dirty for just that brief moment.
oh, you feel dirty. Oh wait, what's my
PG
other-
people.
Oh, PG. Well, he
Like
was
I might
just
have
dirty.
to
He
wake
fell
up
in
next
love.
to you.
But no, it's very hard, and I don't care if you're just a small little band or if you're touring the world. It's there's always something that you have to compromise. You have to, it's exactly the same as being in a relationship. It's just well, hopefully there's no perks.
that's almost. I kind of felt like almost that way with the show too. Like the first episode, Tom and Aaron weren't here. I was like, man, it just
Yeah.
feels weird without them here,
Yeah.
And we get these whole new group of people coming in, all these new bands, and
Yeah, it's
just It was all right, but it just seemed weird because it almost felt like Tom and Aaron were part of the family.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's like the first time you play a show with a different version of the band or somebody new. It's like you look over and I'm like, well, you're not the same person that was there last time, and it's, it gets all sorts of weird. But
Continuity.
yeah,
well, all the people that have been on the show have been great. I mean,
Yeah.
like everybody did their part. I'm glad you actually said something this time, and not just stood there and looked pretty.
it's
He does it so well.
I gotta find that picture and put it on Facebook.
Yeah, that was a good picture.
I was gonna do that when Josh made that comment
Oh,
on my post,
that's true.
but I couldn't find it, and it just got to be too late. And
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, oh well. But today was a pretty decent show, I thought, and I want to thank you guys for coming along. And
Thanks for having us.
yep, and I was glad.
RandyandTheFinks.com.
Yep, and House of Plum Facebook page.
Yep.
We don't have a .com yet, so we're not that popular.
Get on
So-
Wix. You can do it for.
No, we need to get on paid TV.
Yeah, well, that would be helpful too.
All right, we're going to close out the song, and this is our year anniversary of the show. And I'd like to thank everybody that's been on in the station studio for letting us do this. And I'd like to thank Randy for coming back again, maybe for the last time, we'll see. But here he is performing our last song for the show. And thank you all for watching, and have a great day.
This song is called "God Told Me to." What? You'll just have to find out. That was weird.
Yeah,
I
a
don't
little
want
bit.
to know.
Do I hear other? Oh.
Kenny, go ahead.
I don't know who that was. Anyways.
God told me to kill you, so that's what I did. Pretty easy with bygones, little harder with a knife. But then you think the rope wasn't well due, 'cause God told me to. I killed entire families, bought the nations and creed. Show you how so easy to do, 'cause God told me to. God told me to kill you, so that's what I did. It ain't all that what it